How to break up with your phone. Decoding digital dependency. Nowadays, most of our daily routines start not with brushing our teeth, brewing coffee, or doing morning yoga, but by reaching for a small rectangular device that has become our gateway to the world. We scroll through a flood of photos, memes, tweets, and updates, immediately overwhelming our still sleepy brains. Once a mere accessory, our phones have grown into indispensable lifelines. We find solace in them during idle moments at a stoplight, or while waiting for our coffee. They've bridged the gap between distances, providing instant access to friends and family. However, it has become increasingly difficult to distinguish where the phone ends and we begin. The allure of notifications and the satisfaction of a new like mimic digital dopamine hits. With convenience came an unsettling realization. Phones accompany us everywhere, blurring boundaries and encroaching on our personal lives. The depth of this dependency dawned on many when they felt uneasy about accidentally leaving their phones behind. I reach for my phone to soothe myself, but I often cross the line from feeling enthused to going numb. The transformation is subtle. The device that once made our lives easier is now controlling them. But the issue isn't the device itself, it's our relationship with it. The reality is we are active yet inefficient, intertwined yet isolated. As a result, our connection to digital devices requires reflection and acknowledgement of its perks and perils. This journey isn't about abandoning technology, but understanding, recalibrating, and establishing boundaries. By reassessing this relationship, you will unlock a healthier connection with technology and unearth impacts in corners of your life you've never associated with your phone. So, are you ready to re-evaluate your relationship with the ever-present screen? Come along and let's step onto this transformative path together. Your life unplugged and recharged awaits. Make sure please to like this broadcast, share it if you can, and let's start. Manipulating the mind.
يا صباحو
manipulating the mind. Our devices have seamlessly merged with our daily lives in an ever-evolving digital realm. But have you wondered why our fingers itch to scroll? The enticement isn't random, it's precision engineering. It is a precision engineering. Within moments, a device can become an emotional roller coaster. Imagine receiving an email with a looming deadline and anxiety sets in. Scrolling further, you see a friend's vacation picture, prompting a twinge of envy or loneliness. These emotional swings aren't just transient reactions, they sculpt lasting imprints on our mental well-being. Also, you're not the only one responsible for this loop. When you eagerly check your device for notifications or to refresh your feed, there is an unseen chemistry playing out. Our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and satisfaction. The cycle of seeking and receiving rewards urges us to revisit our screens despite logic dictating otherwise, and tech companies know that. Phone addiction is more than a habit. It depends on neurological processes. Brain hacking is a strategy where tech designers finally tune our dopamine responses, and Instagram is a prime example. Beyond the vibrant pictures and heartwarming comments, its design ensures the right amount of satisfaction to lure the user. The intent isn't shrouded in mystery. The longer our eyes are on screens, the bigger the profits for these technological giants. However, the narrative delves deeper than dopamine alone. Our brains are inherently prone to distractions, so zeroing in on a single task is challenging. The barrage of notifications and information overload causes decision fatigue and clouds our focus. The prefrontal cortex, the center of decision making and willpower in our brain, often buckles under the weight of digital stimuli. Tech corporations have invested heavily in studying the neurological effects of their inventions to capitalize on our brain's preferences. While many harbor genuine aspirations of crafting a better world, the addictive elements benefit these corporations. Our relationship with devices is nuanced. Despite their perks, awareness of their impact is crucial. By illuminating these hidden mechanisms, we can create a digital existence where our devices complement our lives. Did you know, in an interview for 60 Minutes, Dopamine Labs founder Ramsey Brown revealed that Instagram's algorithm delays showing new likes to a user so they appear all at once. This way, a user is less likely to close the app after a wave of likes causes a dopamine rush. Mastering focus in multitasking world. Nowadays, adeptness at multitasking is a familiar badge of honor. Many believe that our gadgets enhance this skill, making us more efficient. However, this benefit might be an illusion. Surprisingly, the human brain isn't wired for simultaneous engagement in demanding problems. What many people call multitasking is task switching, shifting attention between errands. Each shift requires our brains to pause, recalibrate, and re engage. Studies indicate this process consumes upwards of 25 minutes per day. So, an innocent glance at a buzzing phone is more taxing than it appears. These slight deviations dent our efficiency and drain our cognitive stamina. Stanford professor of communication Clifford Nass closely studied multitaskers' abilities. The findings revealed that instead of displaying proficiency, these individuals stumble in various facets. From filtering out unnecessary data to orderly memory filling. These people also believed their multitasking skills were excellent, oblivious to reality. Multitasking is our mind's illusion. Instead, embrace deep focus. The problem of unfocused attention concerns all spheres of life. We may succumb to the allure of notifications even mid-conversation. These trivial diversions muddle our clarity and depth of thought when stacked up. While devices are powerhouses of utility, they push us toward patterns misaligned with our brain's design. Deciphering the multitasking myth is the cornerstone of channeling our cognitive resources with potency. The antidote is deceptively simple. Immerse in one task at a time. This single threaded focus guarantees enhanced outcomes and propels creativity. I might say, I can talk to you, go on live and take care of the customers and draw or read something. And I tell you I'm multitasking, when in reality I am not multitasking. I am doing half a job, if not less, of each task. Instead, take your time, even if it's a little task, focus only on what you're doing. That's the best way you can do. That's the best way you can be most creative. That's a fact. Our brains are not made to multitask. That's a straight fact. But our device's influence doesn't end there. In the realm of sleep, the intrusive blue screen light plays havoc. It reduces sleep hours and tampers with melatonin production, the hormone that regulates sleep. So even after a long slumber, the morning might greet you with heaviness and a clouded mind. Beyond sleep disturbances, the ceaseless wave of information ranging from far-reaching global events to intimate tidbits from acquaintances, can cause stress. While some argue devices divert from real-life worries, they often amplify existing insecurities. A friend's vacation photo might paint a distorted picture, making the viewer question their choices. Why they are on a vacation and I'm working. Why they are enjoying their life and I'm not. Not knowing what their life is about. However, the devices aren't the sole villains. The true protagonist is in this narrative is the user, not the device itself. It's who's using the device. Setting boundaries, being mindful of screen consumption, and hand-picking experiences that resonate with individual core values can redefine this relationship. While the internet offers a universe at our fingertips, we must use it to improve our quality of life, not diminish it. Navigating the digital labyrinth, reclaiming our lives from the device's allure, requires delving into the intricacies of our phone relationships and sculpting international shifts. At the heart of this reclamation lies mindfulness. Judson Brewer from the University of Massachusetts Medical School described mindfulness as seeing the world more clearly. Making it part of our device interactions means singling out habits and patterns that might distract us from what truly matters. The time someone spends on social media daily often surprises them. While bridging distances, these platforms can also sow seeds of stress and comparison, spiraling into feelings of inadequacy or nagging, what we call the FOMO, fear of missing out. But beneath the glossy surface, we must recognize that these platforms parade only the highlights, not mundane or challenging moments. Countering the pitfalls of unrestrained phone use requires actionable steps. Ask yourself, does social media need to be a pocket companion? By relegating these apps to desktops, accessible once or twice daily, you can minimize the itch to scroll and the shadowing stress. There is no magic cure for phone addiction. It's all about making the right daily choices. Another tangible change is bringing back the old school alarm clock. This simple act replaces the morning screen's glare with a mindful awakening, setting a different tempo for the day. And as a user cuts down their screen time, the space is filled with potential. It's an open invitation to explore long forgotten hobbies, whether that's taking a dance class, joining a game at the local park, or soaking in nature's serenity. These pursuits offer a refreshing break from the digital world and rejuvenate the spirit. But let's be clear. This advice isn't about discouraging phone usage. These devices have transformed routines and should uplift life, not overshadow it. A harmonious balance is achievable with deliberate choices and firm boundaries to create a more engaging and enriched life. This journey begins with introspection. What do you want to focus on? Asking this question allows you to redirect your time and energy. So why not set it as your phone's lock screen message? You'll have a gentle nudge and pause before you grasp the device, ensuring your digital engagements align with your broader life goals. This exercise calls for a more purposeful and rewarding bond with technology. With awareness, clear intentions, and confronting truth, the roadmap to a harmonious digital life unfolds. Finding digital harmony. The next step toward digital freedom encourages deeper introspection, urging us to understand our behaviors around technology. As we examine our habits, it's time to ask, are we in control? Or have we let our devices take the reins? Consider notifications that make up our day. At first glance, they seem like innocent nudges that keep us informed. Yet, if we draw a comparison to Pavlov's famous experiment, we realize we've become conditioned, similar to how the dogs responded to the bell's sound. Every beep or buzz from our phone compels a reaction, stealing fragments of our attention. The solution is simple. By silencing non-essential notifications, we regain our focus, disrupting the dopamine-fueled cycle that glues us to our screens. Go through your phone and look at your notification. Look at the notification that doesn't really matter. Non-essential, turn it off. Keep the only one that really matters for you. Breaking up with your phone means giving yourself the space, freedom, and tools necessary to create a new long-term relationship with it. Shifting our gaze to the apps that populate our devices reminds us of a principle championed by Marie Kondo, the magic of decluttering. We hold on to what truly sparks joy as we sift through material belongings, and similarly, keep the apps that enhance our lives while organizing them to minimize aimless wandering and create a refined digital space. Digital freedom lies in deliberate choices. Thanks to our phones, the bedroom has transformed from a sanctuary of rest into a hub of constant activity. We can redefine the boundaries between our digital and personal lives by opting to charge our devices elsewhere. This small act can revolutionize our sleep patterns and morning routines. While we do this, embracing tools that foster success is paramount. Here is where app blockers come into play. These nifty tools empower us to set boundaries, ensuring we don't lose ourselves in a maze of apps. Couple them with explicit rules like designating phone-free zones or specific times when screens are off limits, and we establish a solid foundation for healthier habits. Regarding social interactions, consider the concept of phubbing, sidelining someone for our phones, thus propelling disconnection. Acknowledging and reducing such behavior revives our interpersonal connections and enhances their depth. This phase reiterates an essential truth. We shouldn't abandon technology. Instead, let's harness it to complement our values and aspirations with awareness, intention, and deliberate action. The blueprint for a harmonious digital existence unfolds before us. Take a breather. Now let's deepen our relationship with technology as we explore cognitive dimensions. Let's deepen our relationship with technology as we explore cognitive dimensions. The balance between our minds and the magnetic pull of screens is delicate. So, the pivotal question remains: how can we refine our mental connection with our devices? Drawing inspiration from clinical associate professor of medicine Michael Baim's teachings, the mantra becomes stop, breathe, and be. This simple yet profound practice encourages us to hit pause, especially when the allure of our phones feels irresistible. By taking a brief respite, breathing, and grounding ourselves in the present, we gain clarity about our intentions, ensuring they truly resonate with our long-term goals. The echo of phubbing returns a stark reminder of the fleeting moments we surrender when prioritizing screens over faces. Remember to be present and value human connections over digital distractions during such instances. Recognize this pattern and commit to change. Engage in practices akin to meditation to fortify your cognitive muscles and develop focus. Such disciplines sharpen your concentration and elevate your entire mental well-being. Attention is a skill we must actively cultivate. A lot of people say, I have ADHD, whatever, I cannot concentrate, I'm all over the place. And some people think of it as a sickness and they need medicine for it. If you don't concentrate on your task, if you don't focus, we all have it. I could be right now reading to you this and talking on the live. Excuse me. And my mind might wander for a second. I lose concentration. I could be working out in the gym, doing like bench press. And there's like a specific technique for it. Bring the shoulder blade, arch the back a little bit. Instead of pushing with the arm, push with the chest muscle. If I lose concentration in one repetition, I'll do it wrong. Another great exercise is the trial separation, a daring challenge spanning 2 days. Participants bravely disconnect from their digital companions to introspect, gauge the influence of digital habits, and emerge rejuvenated. The landscape of our digital bond creates constant invitations urging us to glance at our screens. Taming and navigating these internal calls is paramount in sculpting a balanced bond with our devices. Try fasting, but with a PH, not with an F, like when we talk fasting about food. Try fasting PH, fasting for phone time. A conscious, short term digital detox from the phone. Imagine the serenity of a walk without the notification buzz or the joy of an uninterrupted dinner. Such deliberate disconnections are rejuvenating. Gradually, the phone's grip loosens and it ceases to be an ever present crutch. Yet, like any meaningful relationship, consistent check ins are crucial. Setting aside monthly moments to scrutinize the digital bond proves invaluable. These intervals intervals are opportunities to celebrate positive strides, recalibrate where necessary, and set clear intentions for the future by asking what's going well and what needs refining can shape this roadmap. In the culmination of her transformative journey, Catherine Price reflects on the evolution of her relationship with her phone over 2 years. While it remains a constant companion for many tasks, its role has distinctly shifted. No longer an all consuming force, her phone has become a purposeful tool enriching her life in surprising ways. However, the road to this stage has its hurdles. Recognize your device's addictive nature and potential impact on cognition, relationships, and general worldview. Digital wellness requires ongoing vigilance, hence embrace digital Sabbath to intentionally pause from your phone, reinforcing the essence of living in the present. The urge to introspect and understand your phone's underlying influences can foster a meaningful connection that's international, balanced, and healthy. Navigating the digital realm is challenging, but everyone should recognize the delicate interplay between our minds and screens. Technology's allure combines scientific design and our brain's reward systems. That's why human inclination toward distraction and constant digital stimuli can cloud our focus. Yet, while technology giants play their part in this tug of war, some have good intentions. Many genuinely aim to enhance our lives through technology. Genuinely aim to enhance our lives through technology, and awareness of the intricate ties is the key to a harmonious balance. In a world where devices are extensions of ourselves, we must learn how to work with them, not against them. Try this. Set a mindfulness reminder on your device with a prompt: stop, breathe, and be. Even use the device for this. Set an alarm or a reminder and have a little note, a prompt that's saying stop, breathe, and be. Maybe every 2 hours. Let's say I'm going live on TikTok. I'll set this after 2 hours or 3 hours. And the reminder will come and will say stop, breathe, and be. It will remind me to end this broadcast at 3 hours. Organize your apps and silence non-essential notifications to limit distractions. Sometimes you might get a notification from an app that you have, a game. Silence that notification. You don't need it. Sometimes you might get a notification from YouTube Music, Facebook, some news app. You don't need to have all these notifications. Commit to digital Sabbath. Schedule breaks from screens. Engage in short daily focus exercises like meditation. Periodically track your digital usage to understand your habits better. And have a blessed one. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you missed it, you can always watch the replay. Sorry, there was like a couple times I had to mute because I had customer. If you are watching the replay, thank you for subscribing. Do not forget to leave a comment. Make sure you like the video if you enjoy the reading, and you can fast forward through the muted section. Have a blessed one.